Welcome, Warrior fans, to Paul L. Parker Field and tonight's Wes-Del Varsity football game where they're hosting the Tri-High Titans. I am the superintendent, the Soup, Kyle Mealy, and alongside me, as always, is the coach, John McLaughlin. Coach, as always, I will ask you the same question. How you doing tonight?
Great. Was down on the field there a little bit and able to see how, those lines couldn't be brighter down there. They did a great job painting the field.
Doubled it up.
And looking good, and it's going to be a great night. We've been really spoiled so far this year with some of our football nights that we've been up here in the booth, and it's been a great night for football, and I don't expect it to be anything different tonight. We're going to have a good Tri-High team that's coming in. We'll talk about in just a second, but we're excited that the Warriors get another chance to play and see our band rolling out there onto the field, and it's going to be a nice night for football. It
is a beautiful night here at Paul L. Parker Field, and we have our whole team with us here on the home games from Wes-Del Sports Network. Our producer, Mr. Romine, is behind us. He's got a lot of setup tonight. He's even added a camera in here where you'll be able to see us in the booth from time to time. Not all the time, but from time to time. You'll get a little bit more insight as we can continue to expand here in our live stream and do a little bit more and more. So you'll get an inside view of the booth. Some of you may really want to turn your TV off when that happens, when you have to see us. There we are. We're right there.
Yep.
And so Tri-High comes to Wes-Del tonight, and they are 3-0, Coach. They are from the Tri-Eastern Conference, and 3-0, and they're averaging nearly 60 points a game. And as I look at them, we're going to talk about a couple of people, but the first one that jumps out at you is the running back, number 20, I believe, or excuse me, number 24, Burke, the senior. He has carried the ball 33 times for 442 yards. He's averaging about 13.4 a carry, and he has 11 touchdowns. And I know it was, I believe, a few weeks ago or last week, he carried the ball 8 times, and 7 of those were touchdowns. He's a big kid. I think on our roster we could look at it. I think he's over 6'2", and I think he's close to 230, maybe more than that. He's a tough kid to get down. He's a power runner, and obviously he can run for yardage too.
Yeah.
So that's going to be one. I know you've probably talked to Coach Hansen and Coach Knuckles about that, but
right.
What's the game plan defensively?
Well, you're just trying to slow down. They're a powerhouse team. They've kind of done this the right way. They've built it from within, which is similar to what we're doing. You know, talking to Coach Knuckles, Coach Hansen, this is where it's kind of a reflective night. Just a few years ago, they were kind of where we are, where they were starting from scratch and kind of building up with a coach, that had the same ideas as Coach Knuckles does. So it's a good way for us to see if hard work that will pay off for us in the long run. But, yeah, we'll have our hands full with a really good team. And, when you're looking at Burke, he's getting some Division I offers already. So we're talking about, I know Ball State's looking at him and some other schools, and a lot of NAIs have already offered him. So we're talking about a kid that's a really good player and a really good team, and, that's high school sports. You're going to run into some of these teams from time to time, and we're going to see a good one tonight, and that's all right. We're going to give it our best effort, and we're going to come out here and play as hard as we can. And remember that this is a process.
Yeah. And it's not just Burke that they've got to deal with. This is going to be when I talked to Coach Hansen today, they run the similar offensive scheme that we run. So our team is aware of their game plan. But when you're looking at juniors and seniors on the other side, and outside of Burke, they have Wilson, who's a senior, who's carried the ball for 190 yards and 3 touchdowns. And then they have another senior in Paul, who's carried the ball for 221 yards and 4 touchdowns. And then 2 juniors that have also carried. You've got Brooks. He's carried for 232 yards and 4 touchdowns. And actually, that is the only other one that I had to talk about. But a total of 23 rushing touchdowns. That's a lot in 3 games. And then you add on to that, they have 3 receiving touchdowns, and one of those is to Burke, who also has 47 yards receiving. So they don't throw a lot. Only 122 yards so far for the quarterback, Wilson, of Tri, but they can do it if they need to. And but they're definitely, with 23 rushing yards, they're going to attack you on the ground, and you have to be ready for that. And I know Coach Knuckles told me he really likes the way our defense matches up, especially since through the week they go through the same offensive scheme. The only difficult thing that we've talked about before is simulating when you only have 19, 20 guys at practice, and simulating in your scout team with a bunch of freshmen what this team's going to do to you. It's a different ballgame on Friday night when you get out here and you look at some of the size.
Well, yeah, you can't simulate that. It's hard enough right now with our limited numbers to just simulate the other team's offense. So you're not going to simulate a Division I player. You're just not. So this is going to be
it's a good test.
It's going to be, something that you're going to see, and you're going to have to adjust on the field and understand the speed of the game, the power of the game is right there for you. Strong kid, obviously, a big kid, 6'3", about 220 is what they have him listed, and I think he plays bigger than that even. So, when that's the case, then you got to learn how to team tackles, but again, all this is going to pay off at some point for the Wes-Del Warriors. It's learning, and it's a process, and we want to get to 3. We're talking about our Wes-Del team at 3-0 next year and in the future, and there's no better time than the present to start that and give ourselves a good chance tonight to learn and take life and football lessons from this.
You're going to see a new Warrior out on the field tonight. He's coming off of his practices. He had to get in for the IHSA to be eligible, and that is going to be number 44, Travis Bunch. He's a senior. He's going to be working at tight end. He's also going to be on the defensive line a little and at linebacker. But in comparison, when we look at a tail of the tape for all of you at home, that with Travis on the team now, that gives us our fourth Warrior over the 200-pound mark. In comparison, Tri-High has 19 players that are over 200 pounds. So if you look at it this way, we have probably 19 to 20 in uniform, and their team, they have 19 of their team members who are 200 pounds or more. So if you look at the tail of the tape, do our kids have a little bit of their hands full tonight? Absolutely. They have not only a little bit more size on us, but they also have the numbers. But as Coach mentioned, Tri was very similar to where we were just a few years ago, and we matched up very well with them. And with the success of our middle schools as the Warriors take the field there, I like the added American flag that we come out with now tonight. That was a nice addition.
Patriots the day today. We celebrated at Wes-Del, being a Friday, we were able to celebrate that. So,
and that was but back to our team, kind of talking about them. If we switch over to some of our stats, and I have them right over here. Triton Blevins, he's back at quarterback after a week away due to a family issue. And he is back, and he's coming in at 9 for 15 and 112 yards. So he's averaging about 12 yards a pass. We're not throwing it a lot this year. We're running it a little bit more. And right now our leading rusher is Trey Adams at 22 carries. He's carried that for 108 yards, and it's now 4.9 yards per carry. Adams is also our leading receiver with 96 yards. We're going to take a break just real quick, and we're going to let the Warrior Band present our national anthem. And the band is here tonight. It's always good to have the band. They weren't able to make the first home game, but they're here tonight. It must be too hot for the uniforms. They are not in uniform, but that's okay. They're here.
Yeah. They're out there, and they're ready to go.
They are ready to go. Finishing out talking about the Warriors a little bit here is, as we talk about really offensively, it's been Trey Adams and Triton Blevins most of the season. But we've seen some sparks of a new runner with Alec Thornburg, who's been carrying for us. We also have been told that we're going to see a little bit more of Brock Nauman, who's a freshman. So those are two right there you've got a junior in Trey Adams, a sophomore in Alec Thornburg, and a freshman in Brock Nauman. On the defensive side of things for the Warriors, really, we've racked up 156 tackles this year because we've had a lot of opportunities. Obviously, we know the struggles we've had offensively, but we've definitely been – our defense has been on the field much, much more. Alec Thornburg leads us with 27 total tackles. He's averaging 9 a game, and he's followed by the other sophomore at linebacker, Grayson Mealy, with 26 tackles. He had the interception last week also. He has 8.7 tackles per game. And then when you look on down, you have Lucas Young and, of course, another athlete on the team in Corbin Price, who have 11 and 10 respectively. And then you have Luke Powers and Brock Nauman, the two freshmen, and they respectively both have over 10 themselves. So the defense is there. We feel good about our defense. They're going to get a test tonight, though, Coach.
Yeah, they are. And I think the key that you said there were a lot of names that were freshmen and sophomores.
Yeah.
So those guys are learning anyway. You go anytime you go from middle school to high school, that is a big jump. So in any sport, I don't care what sport you're talking about. So that's a huge jump. The speed, the strength, everything is quicker. You throw that into football, and then you throw into the fact that you're playing a state-ranked team that went to semi-state last year and has everybody but 2 players back from last year's team. Then you're talking about having their hands full, of course. But again, got a great coaching staff. We got great coaches down there to lead these guys, and the best thing we can do is continue to support our Warriors.
And as we talk about the schedule, I believe Clinton Prairie, at least as of last week, was receiving votes and it was pushing into the rankings. We know North Decatur's ranked. Tri is ranked. And I'm trying to think I don't think Monroe Central's ranked this year, but they're probably close. And we have a very difficult schedule, and that's good. It gets our kids understanding what that level of play is and getting them ready. But
well, it's good unless you're the coach, and then it's hard. Because
it's hard.
Sometimes I've been there, and sometimes your schedule's beating you up a little bit, and so we're going to work on that. We're going to help our kids have success, and that's what we should be doing. And we're going to build this program. We're going to do it the right way. And Coach Knuckles is a great person to lead us that way, and you are going to see great things coming in future years.
And we will talk real quick. Head coach Matt Knuckles in his first season. He's assisted by Daniel Hansen, Kyle Richards, Eric Harlan, Caleb Stevens, Trey Quinn, and Mason Witt. It looks like it's going to be Wes-Del kicking off to try. And we're just about underway here at Paul L. Parker Field.
And here's the opening kick.
And that one is away. And that's picked up by number 53. He's running hard. And
Moffitt.
That is Moffitt with it and a couple of tackles. There's a flag on the play. Flag back at the 44-yard line, 43.
And let's see if we get our first on-the-field call here. We have a new microphone we're using with our officials, so let's see how that plays out.
So carrying the ball was 53, Garrett Moffitt. Tackles on the play were made by Alec Thornburg, was in there, number 10 for the Warriors. Blocking the back on the receiving team, and the microphone worked.
I like it.
And
we should have it up here too.
Well, the first thing I think of, and you know me, I'm always pro official.
Yeah.
The one thing that I would concern myself with is forgetting to turn it off.
Yes, I would too.
And
sometimes we worry about that up here.
That's true. Here we go, and that's being carried there and a tackle made. Nice way to hang on there, but it's going to be a first down. But a nice tackle made by number 20. Let me see there.
That's Branson Dalton.
Yeah, number 20, Branson Dalton.
And that was Burke, their big
Burke.
runner. Yes, we're gonna see a lot of him. He's
averaging 13 a carry, and he just got 11. So we kept him under his average.
There you go.
Small victories. There was a girl on the other side that just did about 9 back handsprings, and she's not a cheerleader.
Okay.
40 with the carry there, and this is going to be another first down and more across to the outside.
Out of bounds there.
And that is Gary Paul, 5'8", 175, and he's a senior. And as we said, there's about 4 or 5 guys they're going to give it to.
I couldn't see who the
too far over there,
was.
Coach.
Yeah, well, I just couldn't see it. Sorry.
This time of night with that sun.
Sometimes it's hard to see things.
Eventually, I'll get the iPad out and we'll look at the chat.
I'll sit down here in a minute. Every once in a while, you can put me on camera, but I got to be able to see too.
You're making me nervous.
I can't see.
I thought I heard a whistle, but it looks like they're going to pass. There's some pressure. Ball's
back.
up. That's up for grabs.
That could be
almost intercepted there, and I think that's Corbin Price.
It is. That was Corbin Price. Played that really well. You know, for a team that doesn't throw very often.
They went for a home run right there.
They did, and that was actually a pretty nice-looking pass.
Yes.
And a long pass.
Yes.
So they were trying to get that route. It looked like it was just straight route down the right side there, and Corbin played that really well.
Mason Wilson, a senior at quarterback. He's 5'9", 180. He put some air under that one, but the one thing I will say is it hung up there a little longer than I think he wanted it to, but that was a heck of a throw. For that, I mean, he was dropped back to the 50, and he threw it 50 yards. They'll be back on the ground again. Here's Burke. Warriors trying to get to the outside. Nice. Alec Thornburg tried to hang, and that's going to be a touchdown for Burke, as he's just hard to get down. So just like that, he carries the ball like he carried it last week, and he in his second carry of the game, he has a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, like you said, I thought Thornburg had him, and that just shows you how strong that kid is. He just kept running, kept chugging along. And
Coach, are we going to have to see any of these guys on the basketball court in the winter?
I know Burke plays, and several of these other guys play. But, yes, we'll see them again, and I think it's late December.
I believe this is Jaden Gorman, the kicker. Is that number 20? No, that's number 72. Excuse me, that's Mason Moffitt.
And he splits the uprights.
Mason Moffitt is a unique offensive lineman, defensive lineman, and a kicker.
Yes. You don't see that a whole lot.
Not very often.
Able to put it right through there, though.
So that makes the score 7-0. There's 11 and 1 second remaining in the first quarter. That was a great shot right there of Paul L. Parker Field. And a good crowd tonight.
Yeah, it's a great crowd.
I'm working on exactly what tonight's theme is.
Well, we were told a couple different things today.
Yeah, today there were a lot of things from the student section.
I think they said they settled on frat.
Okay. Not my favorite. I'm going to just say it on the air. I appreciate that they're at least doing something. Well, frat's not always my favorite. I like neon.
Yeah,
I tried to get them to go with Halloween costumes, but
wow.
A little hot maybe in the year for that.
Maybe later.
Yeah, maybe more around Halloween.
We did neon and pink the other night at the volleyball game, and we had a great student section show up to that game.
Tell us a little bit about that Cowan game. You did something special between both schools, didn't we?
Yeah, we had it was called Blockout Cancer Night, and we can talk more about it as we go. But it was a really neat night. Both teams wore pink to warm up in, and then we had all the student sections wearing pink, and a lot of the parents wore pink. So it was a neat night. We'll talk more about it as we have time.
Moffitt's kicking off, and that's Trey Adams with it. That might be Jacob Grant, actually, on the far side, I think.
It is Jacob Grant.
And he gets it across the 20-yard line, so the Warriors will take over on the 21. And the offense will come out there and see if we can get something that we can get some movement. We've struggled this year. We know our struggles, and that is as you look across here, Coach, you can just see the size difference in the lines.
Yeah,
you can see juniors and seniors versus freshmen and sophomores, and that's been the story all season.
Well,
but the only good thing about that is those juniors and seniors will graduate, and our freshmen and sophomore will become juniors and seniors.
Growing,
yes.
and as we learned in my health class, those boys are still growing on the other side, and ours are just starting.
Yes,
well, that's where we'll stop it with the health lesson.
Yeah, let's not get too deep there. I think that's going to be on us. I think that's a little bit of movement.
False start.
False start.
And that is a false start. There'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, we don't want to self-impose penalties or mistakes when you are playing good teams. But again, that's something we'll learn as we go. You can't hurt yourself. You got to take care of take care of yourself, take care of the small things. You don't want those to add up on you too. That's already a struggle when you're playing a good team. You don't want to add up some penalties on your own.
So Blevins back, as we said, after a week absence for a family issue. And he's back to pass here. He gets his feet set underneath him, lets one go. It's over the top, and there's a fight for the ball there. And that was a good effort, though, by, I believe, Corbin Price to come back over the defender to make sure he doesn't get the interception.
It looked like number 5 for them. That's Wilson for them. Mason Wilson was in coverage and did a nice job.
That's an athletic move for Corbin Price to have to stop, come back, and try to just make sure. if he's not going to catch it, they're not going to take
He
it.
almost played defender in that instance there.
So that's going to put us at 2nd and 15, Coach, on the 18. So
we did a nice job of giving ourselves time there.
Yeah, he had plenty of time to get his feet set.
To get the throw off. I'd like to see him go underneath maybe with one of those here and then go back to it. There's a pitch outside.
There's a pitch to Adams. They need a block, and Adams gets up in the inside. Not a bad carry. Gets him almost back to the original line of scrimmage. So pick up a 5 on 2nd down. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Nice pitch, nice block. Trade in, nice job of cutting it up inside there. You know, you can only go east and west for so long. You got to turn it up field, and Trey did that and was able to pick up 4, almost 5 yards there.
And the other thing I noticed that we're doing is we're really trying to control the clock. And it's probably a smart decision is just try to keep that ball away from them as long as we can.
Right.
To minimize any of the damage because they are a high potent offense.
The handoff right
Handoff
up the middle.
inside. I think that might be Thornburg, and he's stuffed.
No, Thornburg's out. I think it might have been Nauman. Let's see.
Yeah, that was Nauman's first carry, I believe, of the night. Because Alec Thornburg is just now coming back on. And Carter Flynn's on, so we will be punting.
No gain on the play. Makes it 4th down 11 for the Warriors.
There's the new voice this season of the Warriors, Brian Lake. A beloved custodian here at Wes-Del, who also is now the new voice of the Warriors here for Warrior football. Flynn gets that one away. And it's going to be fielded. And Thornburg, just hang on. Just hang on, Alec. Nice job.
That's Mason Wilson with the carry, but he didn't go far because, like you said, Thornburg was right there to hit him, and this time he wraps him up and doesn't let him go.
Alec Thornburg's been a nice addition to the football program. We've talked about that before, but he's also just I always enjoy him in school because he barely talks.
Yeah, he's a quiet kid.
And I'm not saying I enjoy him because he doesn't talk. I enjoy his demeanor. He's always about the even keel every time you see him. And then you go out there and you watch him play football, and he just attacks it.
There's a pitch outside.
That's a keeper. That's Wilson keeping it. He got a great block. He cuts back inside before he's finally met by a bunch of Warriors. They're finally bringing him down. It'd be nice if
we finally got him.
And there's several of them in there.
Took a bunch of them to get him down.
You all right, Coach?
Yeah, I'm all right.
You're going to make it. Dallas Godby, number 53, tracked him down a long way there, and he was involved in that one. There's not a lot of room to do the Heimlich in here.
When I fall, just jump on my chest.
Okay.
Or just drag me out of here, and Romine can take over.
1st and 10 on the 29 for try. Burke in the backfield. And it's a pitch now to the outside.
Oh, nice.
And the Warriors got a good, nice block.
That's coming back, folks.
I was going to say, is that block in the back that happened there? And then finally.
Dallas Godby got blocked in the back. Yeah, that one's coming back.
It was right here in front of us on just about the 31 is where I saw it.
Yep.
Finally made the tackle again by none other than Alec Thornburg. But this one should come back, as Coach said.
During the run, holding offense.
And it is a hold on the offense.
And I can tell you this, that I hope they don't leave that mic on because Mr. Dean's got turned up to nuclear right now.
That thing is hot. I'm telling you what.
It's a hot mic.
It's picking up a CB out on 28. Yeah, he might want to bring that down. It is hot.
Yeah, it's playing loud enough.
Hot mic.
Yeah. I think people over at Delta will be able to hear our
Yeah,
calls.
1st and 22, and they just said, please turn the mic down at the Mill Street.
There you go. I was going to say, that's illegal
You can't
procedure.
do that.
That's
you
illegal
can't do that.
procedure.
This is a dead play.
Grayson Melio will push him out of bounds. Somebody does. That's coming back again. That's 2 men in motion there, so that's going to be
We're going to get a hot mic again here.
Illegal motion, illegal procedure. I'll call it.
Illegal shift. Offense.
Sounded better there.
Yeah. Turn that mic down, please, he says.
Well, I think the goal tonight was to make sure the Covered Bridge Festival could hear it.
That is tonight, this weekend, isn't it?
It is. It's a pork burger and a
best tenderloins in the state.
Well, everybody has it.
I know.
We've talked about that before. So now it's going to be 1st and 27 on the 46. I would like to tell you that it's outside their reach, but it's really not.
got him way over on the right hash mark, so it's going to be a lot of room here. Watch him come bring something to the left side over here with all this room.
I'm saying it's going to Burke.
Nope.
Nope.
They stay over on the right side.
They do, and that is number 40. With the carry, that's Gary Paul. 2 L's, 5'8", 175. We've talked about him already, a senior. He carries it.
Couldn't really tell who pushed him out of bounds there, but
Well, you got the sun to deal with. We're not quite at twilight yet.
not yet. It'll be a little sooner tonight, but not yet.
Yeah, it is getting that time of year, Coach. We just passed Labor Day, so some people call that the end of
End of
summer and the grand opening of pumpkin spice.
Okay.
And
I like Paul.
everything's got pumpkin spice now.
That's Wilson with the carry.
Got to get outside. That's a hold right there.
Should
10's
be
got
there.
a hold.
Coming back.
I was going to say that if that's not a hold, then
Don't talk to him there. Whoever.
that's number 4 for us. That's just Johnny Justin,
He
who was
getting held.
Yeah.
Getting held all the way down the field.
So this ought to come back again. You know, what I'd like to tell them is they've got a running back carrying the ball 13 to 16 yards per carry. You're not going to have to hold.
During the run, holding, offense.
And I will say this, Try right now is racking up the penalties, especially on this possession.
They are. You know, the rule I don't like in high school is that it goes from the spot of the penalty. So they get all that picked up, and then now here's Coach
It's gonna
Try is going to
Timeout.
– I don't think he's real happy with
Well, I think he's got to be saying what I said.
sloppy.
Do we need to be doing this? I mean, do you need to hold that kid when you've done your job? But anyway, let's talk a little bit about that Cowan blocking
sure.
out cancer game.
Yeah, so it was a blackout cancer night, and so all of our players wore a T-shirt with someone's name on the back that they knew had been affected by cancer, and so we had all of our girls do that with a pink shirt on and warm up with that shirt, and it was really neat to just feel. I mean, it was a different vibe. You know, it was a county rival in Cowan, but it was also a great way to. I mean, they think they raised almost $500. It was going to go to the Little Red Door to help with anybody that needs expenses and all those things. So it was a neat night and a great way to come together. Coach Wilson, I know, really has a over there at Cowan. I think that was one of his either former coaches or players. So, you know, it was a good night to do that. And we're going to host it next year. So it's going to come here, and we'll do the same thing next year. But it was a full gym and a lot of people there, and that was loud, and it was just a neat night for volleyball. Our girls got a 3-0 victory and were able to sweep them, so it made the night even better. But what a great night for just, you know, everybody involved.
And they got us to jump on that one. 2nd and 17 is what it was at on the 36.
Got everybody on that one on the hard count. That's pretty smart after a timeout there.
Yeah, they made it up right there, especially after some penalties. I believe they want to reset that play clock.
He's going to raise the roof either.
Well, with that microphone, he's the roof was on fire.
Yeah. Janet Jackson was the first one I remember wearing one of those.
It's Miss Jackson.
Yeah. Well, we talked about it a little bit on volleyball.
2nd and 12. This one's handed off. That is Paul again. He's trying to find an opening. He's got one. Now he's past the first down. Still on his feet and finally brought down by. I'm going to need some bifocals.
That was Dallas Godby. Pushed him out of bounds. You know, he does a nice job of.
You can see that?
Yeah, I saw that one.
Okay.
Right through our cameraman's head. He did a really nice job of running patiently.
Behind his blocker the whole way.
He was a very patient runner right there. I thought that was a.
Well,
nice
he's a
job
senior.
there. Yes.
It'd probably be good for you to stand up.
Yeah.
That's a fake. That's Wilson carrying it, and he's finally brought down there.
See who gets off the pile there at the bottom.
That's going to be Corbin Price. Number 24, Corbin Price made that tackle.
Okay.
Believe me, I saw that one.
All right.
But 2nd down and 1.
2nd 1, yes.
And we're at 6:20 mark of the first quarter.
Ball's on the 5-yard line. This is where they will cause you some problems. I'm going to see a scene. We're going to see 24 go right up the gut, and we do.
And that's a touchdown.
And Thornburg was holding on
No,
there.
maybe not. Did they signal it?
Yes, it's a
they
touchdown.
signal it. Touchdown. That's was that Burke again?
Yes, that
Yeah,
was Burke.
so that's his second. So that raises his total to 13 on the year.
Yes.
In
4 games.
4 games. Not a bad total.
You see why the way he runs that he's getting some looks.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, if any Tri fans are watching, I'm impressed with Moffitt. Kid's working his butt on the O-line, the D-line, and then he comes in and just boots it right
Kicks
through.
it right through there, maybe.
So there it is. It's Tri 14, Wes-Del 0. We're going to take a quick audio break for 30 seconds here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And we're back here at Paul L. Parker Field. Beautiful night for football. It is a 14-0 lead for Tri. Reminder, if you're just tuning in, Tri is ranked, and they are showing it.
Semi-state qualifier last year.
And this is Jacob Grant once again, his second return. He's getting some good yardage, got some good
There's a
blocks
nice
before
one.
he's just tackled from behind. He had an opening.
You know, I think that was his best run back of the year right there. He just put his head down, went forward. He's kind of tiptoed around a little bit, and I think he realized, let's go get going and get moving forward.
Let's go north and south, and let's make something happen. The tackle on the play was 42. That was Cameron Boone.
It's enough for another Warrior.
Technically, that's not a first down. I mean,
No. Well, Brian's still learning.
we'll take it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll still it gets the cheerleaders involved. So it is 1st and 10 on the 33, 5:58 to go in the first. Warriors were 3 and out on their last series.
There's a pitch to
There's
Trey.
a pitch to Trey Adams, trying to find an opening. Gets away from a couple of guys.
Good.
Maybe 2 yards on the carry.
Yeah, let's give him 2.
Well, we can. No one's going to stop us.
Nope, they are not going to stop us.
Trey Adams with the run with the Warriors.
So it'll be 2nd and 8 now on the 35.
Yards on the play. 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
We just keep upping our game. We've got the booth cam. We've got the officials' microphone. Just
Several different camera angles.
we got everything going on here.
Got Brian Lake, got everything.
That's absolutely true.
pass.
A nice little pass. I like this play. I like this play a lot.
Go,
Get
Trey.
a block. Get Trey.
Go.
Get outside, Trey. He's going. He's at the 40. Cuts it back inside. He's down at the 30. That's a
Great
big
pickup.
play.
No flags. That one's going to
Trey Adams on the
A big play, probably our biggest play
Oh, it's
passing this year. Maybe our big play offensively so far.
I'd say that's probably our biggest play of the year right there. Great call. Offensive coordinator, Coach Hansen, doing a nice job of getting your best players the ball. You want to get the athletes in space. And sometimes it's just a little pitch play, or I guess it was a pass, but
That puts us 1st and 10 on the 29-yard line, so a big positive there for the Warrior offense. They need it.
there's Trey again. He's going to get another shot.
Trey gets another block. He's trying to get outside, breaks
He
a
breaks
tackle,
the
cuts
tackle.
back inside, and then finally he's tackled. There on the play. Let's see who gets up from the pile. It's going to be – that is a 4. It's Burke. Burke with the tackle.
Trey Adams with the ball for the Warriors.
Nice job picking up, looks like about 3.
Gains a few on
At first, I didn't think he was going to be able to pick up anything on that, and then
He made a nice little cut.
cut right back, and it was able to knock the first would-be tackler off of him.
Yeah, I don't think it's 2nd and 9. That's what they have on the board. I'm going to give him 2nd and 8.
I think that looked more like a 3 yards over there
Yeah, that's what we think. We'll give him 2nd and 7.
in motion.
Levin's a little bit of a draw keeper, and he picks up
Hey, that'll work.
another 3. I mean,
Makes
that's something we haven't seen before.
No.
That's a new wrinkle.
Yeah, and now it's manageable. So now it's 3rd and about 4. maybe 5, 3, 3rd and 4 or 5 here. That's
So Coach Hansen digging deep into the playbook here and bringing some new wrinkles into it.
tricky. Coach Hansen's tricky.
He is. He's Houdini Hansen. So it's now 3rd and 5. We're probably in territory where we'll go 4 downs. Here's Triton Blevins out of it. He's going to look to pass. He's got to get rid of it. He does. He has Trey Adams, and it's picked off. Back there by number 5. That's the quarterback, Mason Wilson. So good series, ends in an interception. But again, you know, there were some bright spots there. I'm sure that they're a little dejected on that play. But, you know, you went for it, and the experience of the senior, Mason Wilson, being a quarterback, he can read that pretty well.
We got to think there again. He had time to throw it.
Yes.
So we're doing our job up front. What you'd like to see there is throw it to that back corner or that back end line. So either
it's only Trey or no one.
Trey or nobody. So
and that comes with experience and time.
Yep.
And but I agree with you. I'm seeing vast improvement each week in the things we're trying to do.
That's 40. That's Paul.
Mealy couldn't quite get to him. He's down the sideline. He's got a lot of room, and he's finally knocked down.
I think it's Lucas Young, I think.
Yeah, Lucas made it. Grayson Mealy had him in the backfield pursuit, but he couldn't keep up with the speedy Gary Paul, which is deceiving at 5'8", 175. He can move. I don't think they have a weak kid over there.
Nope, they don't. And so, as you can see, our strength and conditioning coach down there is getting these young kids to buy in, and you see what happens when you do that.
Yep.
You look across the field, and then when you're juniors and seniors, you're built like that.
And that's we've put a big investment into our strength and conditioning program for not only our athletes but our students. And Coach Van Meter's down there right now. One of the best in the business.
There's a keeper.
Hang on there. Hang on there. It's a good effort right there on the tackle by
that's Triton.
Triton Blevins. He met him and he squared him up and took a good hit, but he bounced right up.
We'll pick up about 6, it looks like, so that'll leave second and about
4.
4, or there may be even 5 because of the spot. Oh, what do we got? About just over 2 minutes to go here, so we're slowing them down a little bit on this drive at least. There's a handoff to
Burke, and we're going to have to wrap him up and just hang on. And that is exactly what number 20 right there for us did. That is Branson Dalton.
Had a couple tackles tonight.
He just hung on to him, and that's what you have to do. He said, well, I believe you can drag me 10 yards, but you're going to have to drag me further than that to get to the end zone. And he couldn't do that.
Ball placed at the 26-yard line of the Warriors with the run, a 1st and 10.
1st and 10, ball's on the 26. We're under 2 minutes now. And try high now. Some various moves there, and out to the outside is a nice move. He's going to cut back inside and before he's finally shoved out
by Grayson Mealy.
And that was number 24? No, that was 20.
Tyler Brooks. He's a junior.
Yeah,
they just keep throwing him out there.
5'10", 180. I mean, they don't have a kid. We don't have 180 on our line. They got runners that are. I'm going to have to look at. You know what I'm going to have to do is find out what they're doing in food service there at Tri-High and figure that out over here.
It's corn.
It's a big lump with knobs.
There you go, around the inside.
And that is Gary Paul, and he's in for a touchdown. That's the 3rd one of the quarter.
You know what you saw right there was a nice cutback block. That's just some guys understanding the game. That hole he almost could walk through because of the misdirection and then the blocking that was up front. It was really nice, and that's not to take anything away from our guys. That was just good execution from them on their part.
They're fundamentally sound.
They're well coached.
They are very well coached, and you can tell that they've played together for a long time. There's Moffitt again.
This time it's good again.
And he got it again. So it's 21-0, and there is 1:10 left in the first quarter. We're going to take a quick break here with the audio. We'll be back with you here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And we're back here at Paul Parker Field, getting ready to receive the kick from Tri after their third score of the first quarter. It's 1:10 remaining and 21-0 right now. Oh, I can see a little bit of the chat on the screen over here. We got a lot of people in there.
Yeah, we do.
And that is Jacob Grant. This will be his third return. Let's see if he can get some more out of it.
Goes to the
He's
outside.
got it again. Nice little carry that time.
Caught from behind by number 48 for Tri. That's Kyron Huffman. He was about a Kyron Huffman tackle away from getting another 15 yards on that carry. But, again, like to see the way he's running it a little better tonight.
I like it. Basketball kid. We like to see that. I'm trying to figure. Get us on here.
Trying to figure out why people are watching.
Well, I'm gonna get on the old iPad and see what's going on.
All right. Needing help? Let me know.
See who's in there. I know you. I know you've got it.
1:04 to go here.
Ooh, that is
somebody missed a tackle.
someone didn't quite get that block, and that was a pretty solid tackle there.
Brock Nauman there got the
Brock Nauman got
wrong
Burke.
end of that one.
That was Burke. We got a lot of people. I just found out Mr. Producer didn't know anything about the corn kid from TikTok.
The producer, or Mr. Romine
Mr.
did?
Producer didn't, but Mrs. Producer had to show him.
Okay. Well,
It has the juice.
it does.
I'll tell you what, if you've had it with butter, everything changes.
Yes,
It's a beautiful thing, Coach.
it is.
I don't want to waste your time. I can tell you all about it. Levin's
Back to
back.
pass
He's got a lot
again.
of pressure. Get rid of the ball. Get rid of the ball. Got to get rid of that one.
He goes
52.
down pretty hard, and she's a little slow to get up.
That's Vance Dishman.
Now,
And,
thinking Triton may have to come out for a play.
yeah, that didn't. He got all of Dishman's
He was a big kid.
250 pounds right down on top of him as he went down.
Yeah, and like you said, he saw him coming. You got to just kind of throw that one away quick.
Yeah.
You got to throw it to the ground or whatever. But, again, we're learning, and he's up. I'm guessing with an injury timeout, I think you have to come out for a play, but I'm not sure. We'll find out.
Got some questions in the chat.
Okay.
Number 76, yes. That is Brittany Chambers. That is Luke Powers, number 76. You are correct on
We've
your
got
screen.
a couple different numbers that are on your roster, so if you're watching or sometimes we get a little confused, we've got a couple different roster or different numbers here. Brock Nauman's a different number now, so and a couple other ones.
A lot of people in there. Terry Thornburg, he's my guy. He got my citrus kick. I still haven't had it yet.
Okay.
I've been looking. I don't know why I can't locate it.
You said that's orange, right?
The color is orange, but the flavor is delicious.
Okay. The flavor's delicious. Okay.
Um,
I like seeing the band back. Look,
yeah,
we got
listen
them
to
bouncing
them.
around down there.
Cheerleaders look good. Student section is going crazy. I like it. Really a great crowd.
Yeah.
On a great, obviously, Tri brought a great crowd, so it's a happening night here.
Should be a smile on Mr. Denny's face when he leaves.
Oh, I'm sure. He'll probably find a way to
He'll have those pearly white smiles.
oh, yeah, he'll find a way to complain about it. Monroe Central is ranked 25th. That is confirmed in the chat. So there's four teams on our
25th and one. Well, they're 1A, right? Yes, 1A football.
yeah, they're in our sectional. So that'll tell you something.
That's
I
right.
feel like you've done this before.
Well, yes.
The Wes-Del Athletic Boosters have some
Coach, you've got to go to Noblesville tomorrow, don't you?
Yeah, we got the Noblesville invite tomorrow for volleyball. They will be playing in a pool play, then crossover event. Noblesville, big schools, will be by far the smallest school in that tournament. I believe our pool is Lawrence North, so I don't think we're as big as them.
No, we're just a little smaller than Lawrence.
Western Boone, who is state ranked and one of the best teams in volleyball in the
We're
state.
just a little smaller than Western Boone.
And I think Union County, maybe. I'm not sure about the other team in there. And then that's on our side. There's four other teams. Obviously, Noblesville's on the other side. Jay County's on the other side. And I don't know the other two teams. But
That's a full day for you.
yep, it'll be a full day. But it's fun. The girls enjoy it. I'm kind of like with Biff. I like to go play some of those teams, see where we stacked up. There's a nice run.
I like that.
So we'll bring up fourth down now.
short
We'll
gain
have to
on
make
the
a
play
decision
by the
here.
Warriors.
Well, I think we'll
They left Carter in, so he's probably going to punt.
Yeah, I haven't gotten an update, but I see Blevins walking on his own down here. Coach, who's he next to? Who is that in the white?
That's Tony Cox, our
Oh.
trainer, one of our favorite people, one of the best guys in the business.
I noticed we were getting a little deep in the first half. We hadn't talked about Tony
I'm
yet.
sorry, I haven't. You typically get right on that.
And Carter Flynn back to kick. That's a good punt.
Oh, over his head.
Over his head, get a good bounce. There you go. There you go. Keep rolling. Excellent punt right there, and
That's
it's going to be down inside the 30-yard line.
That's his best punt of the year.
Yeah. Again, we just see these boys keep getting better and better and better, and that's good. See what we got going on in here.
Well, I've got some people I know that are watching. Some of the moms are getting ready for that Noblesville invite. So I know Brandy Campbell, Brandy McLaughlin, Amy Townsend are all getting the food ready right now over at the Townsend, and they have the game on, which I think is a normal Friday night over there.
Probably
to have
muted.
The game's on.
Probably muted.
Well, yeah. If my wife has anything to do with it, it's probably muted.
My wife's in attendance, and I just realized she wanted me to bring her something to drink. She told me that before I left the house, and I haven't done that yet.
Good job.
Yeah. That's Paul, I think. No, that is not Paul, I don't believe.
That's somebody else. I want to say that is Kyron Huffman.
I think you're right, 48. It is Kyron Huffman, 6 foot 190 junior. I don't think they have a kid on the team that isn't running the ball that is any less than 175. That's their lightest kid carrying the ball.
It is Wes-Del Youth cheerleading tonight too, so we're going to see a bunch of cheerleaders down here in a little bit.
Now let's see if this one, we're going to get the microphone again.
Well, that's going to be on us. I thought so. By sneaking over there.
That baby is hot again.
Listen, it's a work in progress, folks.
Well,
listen, the good news is all the mice just ran out of the back of the barn and took off running because it's so loud.
Yeah, it sounds like he's
waiting on the spaceship to pick him up.
Exactly, that's what I thought. It sounds like he's getting abducted by aliens. Listen, if you're going to abduct anybody, it's not. I don't want him to do it to officials. I'm pro-official.
Maybe Mr. Denny. They can abduct him.
I think he's been abducted. Do you ever talk to him?
Yeah, I think so.
Something's wrong with him. And Wilson's back to pass. He's got a guy, and let's see if Thornburg can. Oh, that's a great catch. Right, good throw. Great catch above there. That was number 20, I think.
Tyler Brooks for them.
And just put it over the top of Alec Thornburg. And Alec Thornburg did a nice job knowing that ball's past me, and he wrapped him up immediately to make sure he couldn't get in for the touchdown.
You know what? If I was a team that had to play try in the sectional, I would be real happy watching this kid throw right now.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't thrown a whole lot, and both of the passes we've seen have been nice.
Yeah. I tell you what. I'm counting the weapons that they have, and it's
a lot of them.
It's getting out there. Here he goes again. Looks like he's going to pass. He's got a guy open in the end zone.
Almost.
Throws it to him, and he caught it. I believe that. Nope, they're saying not caught.
Saying hit the ground.
Hit the ground, and if you're a Tri fan, you don't believe that guy. But let me tell you something. Vertically, he can see that.
Did you see who almost made that tackle? Travis Bunch. He was back there in the backfield and almost had the sack. He was the one putting the pressure on. Number 44.
Well, I'm just saying, if there's an official out there that can see it at that level, it's that guy.
Yes. He's looking up at the end line.
He's having to climb over the painted lines.
The pylon.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he's short. I'm just saying he's a little shorter. All right, here we go. Second down. Nice defense there.
Triton is on the sidelines taking some snaps. That's a good sign. We've got a whistle. I think it's
timeout.
a timeout. That's going to be the second timeout for Tri.
You know what? The other thing I think is interesting about Tri?
What?
Same color scheme.
Yeah, you don't see that color scheme a lot.
When we go there, Jim, it's always interesting that you just don't see that very often.
Yeah. Well, they're gray, actually.
Well.
We've just incorporated a lot of gray. Let it,
Yes.
Everyone will let you know that. And black. Anyway, hey.
Ooh, I just about
I got an update in the chat. The sixth grade football team, fifth and sixth grade team, they've got a big game tomorrow.
Okay.
Their rivals, Yorktown.
Okay. Coming over.
And we've got a lot of confidence in it. I like it. I like the confidence that we have. We've got a.
That's a fifth and sixth grade game, you said?
Yeah, our fifth and sixth grade team and our middle school team having a good season. Heard good things, and I've actually witnessed it. Watched both the fifth and sixth grade and saw a little bit of a middle school game. So I've been able to catch one of each here at home, and I'm impressed. Impressed with what we've got. So good. The future is about as bright as that double painted line we have out there.
It's so bright we're going to need shades.
Yes. Can you name the artist?
Corey Hart?
No, that's Sunglasses at Night.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, same idea.
No, it's not even close.
There's 20 around the end.
Yep.
Nice move.
And hang
Almost
on.
Branson.
Again, that's Alec
hit.
Thornburg tried to hang on to that one and finally finished off there.
First hit there, number 20 was Branson Dalton, but he just got through that and I'm not sure who made the second tackle, but Branson slowed him up a little bit, but not able to make the final tackle. But we were able to slow him down, and that brings up third down. So now it's third and about, well, it looks like a long 2.
Yeah, it's a 2, yeah. 7-yard line. About 9:20 and counting here. And that last play, the tackle was made, I think, by Trey Adams. Finished off, I believe. Here we go, just moving forward. Was that Wilson? Did he just keep that?
Yeah, and it looks like he's got enough. Yes, he does. They say he's inside the 5, so it looks like it's going to be about the 2. And we've got someone slow getting up. That's Dallas Godby.
And Dallas was his leg was banged up last week.
He's going to come back.
Eastern Hancock. He's probably still dealing with that.
He'll come over and let Tony check him out.
When I talked to him after the game, both of you and I went up on the bus at Eastern Hancock to talk to the guys, and he had he had half a trash bag of ice on that.
Yeah, we had a lot of guys icing up after that.
Oh, yeah. I think the moms will be finding.
There's a
there's a loose ball.
Get on that.
Picked
Make the
up.
tackle.
Hang on
Make
to
the
him.
tackle.
Hang on to
Make
him.
the tackle.
Come on, boys. There you go. Hang on. Man, he is tough to get down.
Finally just forced out of bounds by the whole gang there.
Yeah, I'd call that a host of Warriors. And it looks to me like they've got, that's just a kid on the far side throwing a football. From this angle, it looked like it had 9 footballs being thrown out there. But they just got a group of Tri kids over there throwing the ball up in the air. Just the future of Tri. Looks like those kids believe they're going to be passing in the future. Yeah, he
pushed him backwards, though, so now they lost about 2 yards on that play.
That was Kyron Huffman. And they're getting a lot of snaps with Kyron Huffman right now. Here's a rollout by Wilson. He's got an end zone wide open, and that is caught in a touchdown.
Number 10 there, Grant Cash.
That's a great name.
Yeah, Grant Cash there cashes it in for a touchdown.
So it's Wilson to Cash. And it's 27. Moffitt so far is 3 for 3. Let's see if he can make it 4 for 4.
Kick it through the uprights. He won't be kicking through a burning ring of fire, but it'll be through the uprights
That's
here.
right.
Yeah, that's good. He's a good kicker.
Yep.
Kick is good for the Titans.
5th and 6th grades, 3-1.
8:09 left in the
3-1. I like it.
Yep.
Titans 28, Wes-Del 0.
8:09 to go. It's 28-0. Coach, I want to talk about the end of September and the greatest week in all of Wes-Del, homecoming week.
Homecoming, yeah. We've started meeting already as
you're a class
faculty.
sponsor this year.
I'm class sponsor, senior class, so we're going to roll those.
Is Mr. Producer still a class sponsor too?
No,
he couldn't do it. I don't blame him.
He's busy back here. But, yeah, we're going to try to see what we can do in my first year, see if the seniors can bring it home. But
you're already talking trash your first year, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if we're going to do this.
Okay. I like it.
We'll see how it goes.
Coach, how good you were float building when you were in high school? Not good?
That's not my specialty.
You're going to find out just how good it is.
But I have recruited well.
Okay.
I recruited Mr. Journey today.
That's a good pick right off the bat. Yeah, you did.
That was a good pick.
Yeah. Mr. Journey is a jack. I would call him a jack of all trades.
You can call him that. I'll probably call him a lot of things during the week.
And here we go. We're back to receive is Adams and Grant. See if Moffitt kicks it that deep. I think it's actually going to be the up.
Yeah, the up man.
And
it's on the ground.
It's on the ground. That's Lucas Young, isn't it?
No.
No? Okay. Carter Flynn, maybe?
It's Owen Long.
Owen Long. Well, I'll find one eventually that'll stick.
Yep. Owen saw that coming and thought, do I run forward and let the back guy get it? But it was coming right to him. He had to.
So we're going to be on the 15-yard line. It's a lot of field to go here. But folks, you've seen some new wrinkles out of Houdini Hansen. And we'll see if we can keep that going here. He must have got the new edition of Madden.
He did. He got a preview copy.
Because he's throwing some stuff out there that obviously is working in the video game.
He's on the Wes-Del cover.
And here we go. Triton back. There's a pitch to Trey.
That's
No,
Brock. That's Brock.
That's Brock Nauman. Look at
Puts
Brock.
puts
Keep
his head down.
grinding.
You know, sometimes we say blow that whistle, but that's one of those you don't want him to, Brock.
I didn't say anything there because
No.
Brock was still churning.
I'm not about to say that this crew's been all right so far because,
Don't jinx it.
well, last time you did that, I had to go back and
Listen, I
I've
watched
spent
last week
3 days-
over again, and I don't take a single word back.
No, I know you don't. Let's just move on.
I'll let you this week.
Second down and 8 for the Warriors. Ball to 17.
Hey, your co-sponsor, who has she's got seniority on you,
Yeah.
says
she
you're
does.
absolutely responsible. Oh, we got a fumble. You're absolutely responsible for the float. Get around the corner. Oh, we tripped.
Yes, I know. I'm afraid for the float. I'm really afraid what we might do.
Triton 11.
I feel for Triton right now. That ball came out. He picked it up. He tried to run. And then he slipped, and then he just laid down and looked at the sky like,
Somebody's about to hit me.
what else could happen on that play?
Pick up a run on the play.
So they're saying 3rd and 7 on the 18. I think we're going to convert. I do.
Let's see if we can get this pass play again.
I like that. I like that little pass play. Let's see what Hansen has up his sleeve. Adams in motion. Little pitch to him. Got to get a
He's
block.
gonna have to
Got to
cut
get a
upside.
block. Got to get a block. So what's tough is, this is a completely new offense, and they've got to read that initial block and trust it. And I'm not saying that the block's always great, but, that'll come with time. Again,
Yeah.
they'll start, the block will get better, and the trust of running right up the back of that blocker to get in the hole will come. But I don't blame them.
It's 4th down, and we're going for it, looks like, because I don't see Carter out there.
Yeah, well. The great Houdini says,
He's got something up his sleeve.
oh, let's see what's going on here. Yeah. Little
Well, we may try
sleight of hand here.
You know what? We might be trying to get him offsides here with a hard count.
Yep. And they're pretty experienced at that.
Coach is going to call timeout.
And they're going to take a timeout. And I'll tell you what we're going to do, take a timeout too here.
Okay.
For just a few moments. We'll be back with you shortly here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. All right, I'm back. Coach is trying to call his daughter, so you never know what you're going to get. And Ms. Bland, I do feel for you that you have to work with. We are punting, by the way.
We did punt.
And I do feel for you because of that. That you have to work with John. It looks like we've
Maybe it went out of bounds around
Yeah.
the 50.
yeah.
Ball marked at the 50-yard line.
Well, we're gonna be banged up a little bit. I can see right now. I can see my own out there. 54's limping.
Well, here's the thing: when you don't, when you can't put somebody else in,
Yeah.
and you got to keep playing, that leads our guys to a lot of advice after games. There's a handoff to number 20. He's got some room.
He's got a
to
lot
go.
of room. He's gone.
Could have almost been a hold there. but
Yeah, he's gone.
It probably wasn't enough to call, to be honest with you.
And that is Tyler Brooks, and he's gone for another touchdown.
was a nice cut back there.
Folks, there's no way around it. Tri's got a heck of a football team this
They
year.
do. They have a good team, and
A
we've
heck
said
of
it
a
before. They're well coached.
Here's Moffitt. He's going to try to go 5
He might need some ice.
for 5. Yeah, that foot of
Kicking
his.
leg.
Boots it through again.
You got
Yep.
it.
Extra point is good.
Score is going to be 34-0 right now, and 5:26 to go. Actually, 35 to
Left in the second quarter.
0. Just a reminder: 35 in the first half does not institute the mercy rule, where the clock will run. You won't get that till the second half. So, it looks like we will be starting the second half with a running clock, though, at this point, unless we were to score. Correct?
Correct. Yes, it is. As long as the deficit is 35 or more, the clock will run at the whole second half.
Well, I don't have any major plans this weekend.
I'll be in Noblesville, and then that's the majority of my plans for the weekend.
I don't have any.
A little work to do on the elementary league on Sunday, but it's not going to be that difficult. I'm just getting together with a couple of the other coaches from area coaches around here that help us run that Sunday elementary league that will be starting up again. Any of those out there that are wanting to play in that, we'll be starting that up. You'll be getting your information probably in the next couple weeks. We'll be shooting that information out, but we're going to start getting that initial emails out to the head coaches, and so I'm meeting with a couple of those guys. Coach Brobston, one of my favorite coaches over at Frankton, and a couple other guys that we're going to meet on Sunday. I didn't plan that real well, though. It's the first weekend of NFL.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll have the games on.
And this is Trey Adams.
That is Trey.
And
Trying to
he
cut
is
back
met
and-
right at the 25-yard line on the tackle.
Return for the Warriors on the kickoff.
And the Warriors back on the field, and the band started up the school song. They almost started clapping, and then they
25-yard line. First
gave her a quick preview. Quick preview there. And it's 5:21.
I'd like to see us get a couple first downs here.
We got a great camera shot of Tony Cox right now. There we go. Ooh. The hole was there for a second.
Oh, yeah, Tony is right in front of the camera, isn't he?
He just moved. Right when Mr. Producer was going to go to him. He just moved, but he was right on that camera. It's going to be 2nd and 8.
So nothing going on, huh?
Well,
This weekend?
I don't want to say nothing because
Well, you never know.
I'm sure Mrs. Mealy will
Find something
find
to do.
something to do.
Tomorrow I think it's going to be okay. Might be a little rainy on
You get a little-
Sunday.
they're saying a chance in the afternoon still.
All right.
They're throwing that chance out there after, I think they pushed it back to 4 now. So, but as my dad always said, nothing good happens after 4 p.m.
Is that what it was? Well, that's awful early. I think the older I get,
That's it.
the more I agree with it.
Yeah.
Stay inside and take a nap.
Ed Mealy said, "Get your butt home by 4."
I've heard a lot of quotes from your dad. That's not the one that.
No.
That was not one of the ones I've heard.
No,
but
he was. I think a lot of people watching would relate, and I know you relate. You're 10 years older than me, but I grew up in that time period where you just. And I respect my dad. To this day, I love him, but
You
I
might
was
just
scared to
lost
death.
out. Do you want me to just stop you?
I was
now?
scared to death
Oh,
of
okay.
him.
There you go. All right.
I was scared to death of him.
Yeah.
I think we all were.
Yeah.
I was scared to death of half the neighborhood dads. Ooh, look at it.
Hand off to
Oh,
Brock.
is, I tell you, look at Brock run. I like this for a freshman. He's going up against seniors, and he is really grinding it out down there.
Third, and that's going to bring up fourth, and they pick up
Let's go for it.
a little bit here.
Let's go for it.
Fourth, and looks like about 2.
Let's go for it, boys. I like it.
Looks like we will.
Yeah.
Fourth down for the Warriors.
Last time we just tried to bark and get them off.
Yeah, I don't think
I
we're
don't
doing that
think-
this
I don't
time.
think so.
No. See what we got here. They're going to stack it. You can see they're going to stack inside there on the
Right
line.
up the gut, push him.
Push.
That's
Push.
Not a, the initial
Push.
push is not great. We went backwards.
Quarterback keeper on the play. 11.
And that's going to be over on downs.
Yeah, but hey, I don't disagree with going for it.
Me neither.
Again, a learning moment. You got to learn in those moments, and what are they? Somebody's mad about something.
We're actually going to measure, it looks like.
Are they really?
Well,
Now, maybe they watched last week.
yeah, I was going to say.
Maybe they're a little gun.
Yeah, I don't think you can have it both ways. So
Maybe they're a little.
Maybe you just need to be patient.
Maybe they're a little gun shy from last week.
No, he
No,
did. He
I was
looked
gonna
it.
say.
He looked it over. He wanted to make sure before he moved the change, which is
Ball turned over on down.
that's the right thing to do if you're the white hat.
First and 10, try.
Wow, that picture of us just got brighter. Look at that.
Ball marked on
That
the
is
30.
bright. I don't think people need to see that. Mr. Producer's got me on there. Coach McLaughlin's texting his fan base.
Yes. I'm trying to line something up here.
Yeah, I know. You're always working on something. There we go. That's going to be Wilson. He's going to pitch outside. That's fast. That's fast.
Brooks, the ball carrier.
So they make up for the power runner with a super speedy runner.
And they're starting to be able to show that they can pass the ball, and they can run it right up the middle, and they can do a lot of.
I'm going to
nice
say
things.
this right now, and you know what?
Stepped out of
I know we
bounds
still
at
have
the
to play him,
6-yard line.
so that's bad. But
Brings up
so far I haven't seen a team as good as Try. This is the best team I've seen all year, and no disrespect to anybody we've played, but this team right here they've got it all going on. I think they're going to make a run this year.
They're just solid. I mean, they are
They don't have
solid. They don't make mistakes.
You're exactly right, Coach. They don't have a weak point.
And I think that's why their coach took that timeout during the first series when they
You
were
haven't
making
seen a
some
penalty
mistakes.
since.
Not really. No, I don't. You might be right. There may be none.
And they
They keep
pound their way in
And that's
for the 2-point
that's
conversion.
Wilson with the carry, and he
Or-
just carries it in for a touchdown.
Or sorry, the touchdown, because the last one was not called a touchdown. They said he was out.
Here's number 72 again, Moffitt. With
It's
the kick.
Moffitt.
And looking at their scores the last few weeks, he has gotten his
Yeah, he
he's
might be.
gotten plenty of
He
practice.
might be leading the state in points.
point after.
Yeah.
extra point is good.
Well, we're going to stay here. It's 2:49 to go.
Right, 42.
Flags at half staff this weekend.
Well, that makes sense.
So, yeah, 9/11 on Sunday, right?
Yeah. Well, did you need me to answer that?
Well, I was just checking to make sure it was
it's
Sunday.
9-9 now.
Well, I wasn't sure, but I was pretty sure it was 9/9.
You got it. Yeah. I know you have a watch that has the date on your wrist.
Well, I got my calorie counter on there right now.
What's it counting?
Backwards. It says you're in trouble.
you got an alert.
Yeah, I don't think it's the Heimlich you need to worry
yeah.
about.
You got the
CPR.
Yeah. Did you get the sarcastic eye watch? The Apple Watch? I don't think you should be eating that, John.
I think he's just, my watch is giving up.
The battery won't charge.
Right. It just says why.
It's- take a moment. Instead of take a moment for yourself, it says take a moment, back away from that cookie.
Yeah, we were a minute away from me being.
Jacob,
We had to actually
I've never seen somebody eat a double chocolate cookie
That slow?
That slow. I mean, and I've been to down there to the early learning center where we have toddlers and they can get through it
Well, I
way
can name
quicker.
somebody, but let's take this kickoff first.
Hold on to it. Oh, that was a
Slam to the ground
that
pretty
was
hard
a
there.
really hard slam there.
That's Owen Long. He's
Owen Long has been getting
welcome to varsity football.
exactly.
I wasn't going to say any names, but there's a certain German teacher that we both had that ate awful slow.
Oh goodness, bless her heart.
Yeah.
She's no longer with us, but
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry.
she could make a donut last all day.
Ball's marked at the 26-yard line. Kickoff
We used to have.
return.
I remember that.
10 Warriors.
Mrs. Producer said, no plans. Are you going to sixth grade football? I actually might do that. Now that I realize that the schedule, I think, is that a home game?
I don't know. Yorktown would be closer.
People would think the superintendent would know that, but I don't get a whole lot of updates on the schedules.
Don't go by the website.
Nope. We learned that being Yorktown, Virginia. Yeah. That was carried there in a loss. I think it's going to be.
I think it was Trey Adams.
It was Trey Adams, and they're just so fundamentally sound. And as you said, we're just our O-line is our D-line, so they're just having to stay on the field all night long, and then we're bringing in the subs that we have are coming in to relieve our positional players, and it's just hard. This is a hard night for our guys. I'm really proud of them. You talk about resilience, how hard that is, just keep going out there and just taking it and fighting every time. Here we go. We're getting some positive yards right there. We're still pushing. Blow the whistle.
There you go, and that's.
See, here's the thing I don't like is.
Good sportsmanship there.
It was great sportsmanship, and they're going to play to the whistle, but they got to blow that whistle.
Lucas Young with the carry, and
I think that might have been Lucas's first carry tonight. I might be wrong, but I thought.
Could be wrong. I don't know.
I thought that might have been his first.
I'm here too, but I don't remember.
36 for the
Well,
Warriors.
I've known lately that your memory's not what it was.
See if I can get the app for that on my watch. You forgot. You forgot you ate.
Well, there are reminders. Oh, look at this. Good. There. Get out there. Get out there. All right.
Let's see if we can run this all the way. We can run this down.
Yeah, I think we can run that down. And then maybe get one play out of it.
Maybe they'll take a knee.
If
Coach Knuckles has any timeouts left, then
he talked the official there.
He's going to let it run all the way down. I think he just told Carter, hey, we're going to let this run down, and then we'll take a timeout. I think he has at least one left.
I think Purdue's son, his middle son, is taller than that official right now. They were right next to each other.
Oh, yeah.
His middle son's, I think, in 4th grade. Not taking anything away from this crew. They've done a really pretty decent job. And just as I say that, we take the timeout, and there's 31 seconds to go here. We're going to take a short timeout here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. Are you?
Oh. Yeah.
Are you?
We're back.
Oh, well, we are back, but I got a good question.
Okay.
And I know you're going to get this is going to get into it, but are they at half staff for Patriot Day today, or is it out of respect? It's a good question in the chat.
Queen?
For the Queen.
I don't know. That's both.
Okay.
I don't know.
Good answer.
Yes, we definitely need to pay our respects.
But can you just 70 years?
Well, wrap your hand around that. To not have known the Queen, you'd have to be, what?
97.
She's 70-something years as a.
Yeah, well, you'd have to
you'd
not
have to
know
be in
the Queen.
80s to not know a world with the Queen of England.
Well, yeah, you would know her because this is when it's fielded. Come on, guys.
Let's make a tackle here.
Make the tackle. Get outside there. Get outside there. Get outside there. There's Brock Nauman. Good. They got him. They trailed him out of there.
Wilson.
16 seconds. I think they're going to take a knee.
Well, we'll see. Or just like this will either be a knee or just a trap play right up the middle. Some kind of a fullback run or a quarterback draw.
Yeah, you make a good point, though. I mean, yeah, a lot of people have sadly not made it 70 years and only knew her.
She was 90-something.
96.
96.
She took over. Could you imagine taking over
at 20?
That was
good. That's good coaching.
That's great. Could you imagine taking over at 26 years of age?
No, I know what I was doing at 26, and I wasn't worthy of being the king or queen.
No. Well, that's the first half. It's we'll move on. It's 42-0. Try high. We're going to take a short break here, and Coach has, again, some special guests. I have no idea. That's what he does to me every time. I have no clue who it is. I see some people coming up here who I think might be those people, and I believe so. you have to come inside.
Well, we don't have a microphone right now,
Okay.
so they're either going
They're
to
staring at
they're
me.
either going to share headsets with you and I, or we're going to take a break. And
All right. Well, we'll give you about 2 minutes to go and get your popcorn refreshed, go to the bathroom there at home, and come back, and
we'll have a special
we'll have a
guest.
special guest for you. You're watching Wes-Del Varsity Football on the Wes-Del Sports Network.
And we're back with my special guest tonight. It's senior members of the Wes-Del volleyball team. Girls, how are we doing tonight?
We're doing good, guys. How are you?
I'm great. So here, let me talk to you just about a couple of things. First of all, update us on how the season's going so far.
It's been pretty good. We've lost 2 games, and we just won a tournament, so we're feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, so we're 9-2. If you didn't know that, go ahead, Ham.
Yes, I would like to add that the tournament was on our home court, which always is a good feeling.
Yes, again, a great win, great volleyball, and we didn't lose a set. You guys didn't even throw that in there. We won every set. So great victories and a great win. So now we're on to, we had a nice night last night. Let's talk about last night. Blockout Cancer Night was neat. I thought we talked about it a little bit on air, but as a player, you guys kind of tell me what your impressions were of a really full gym and a neat atmosphere last night. Go ahead and talk a little bit about how last night.
Yeah, I definitely think in the beginning we had a little bit of trouble adjusting to it, but as the night went on, we really found our confidence within the background noise.
Anything to add to that, Avery, or are you good?
I honestly did not hear the question, but
Oh, well, I asked you about last night and how the atmosphere of just the gym being so full and how loud it was, and it was a fun night, I thought.
I always love when the gym is like full and packed. I feel like it makes me play better.
Yeah, and it was a fun night and for a good cause. And I thought,
definitely.
I know a lot of you guys know each other from social media and playing with each other in the summers and stuff. So just a lot of fun. So now we move on to tomorrow. Tell us a little bit about what we're doing. We mentioned it, but tell us where you're going and what we have going on tomorrow.
It's always such a fun tournament. We're always the smallest school. We start off tomorrow playing the #1 ranked 3A team.
And that's who?
Huh?
Who is that team?
That'll be Western Boone.
Western Boone. And where are we playing tomorrow?
Noblesville.
Noblesville. This is almost like a quiz.
Yeah, it is.
We're at Noblesville in a tournament, so it's pool play, right? So we're going to play 3 teams, and then we'll cross over and play in the evening. So by far, we're the smallest school.
Definitely.
What's your mindset going into a game like that?
I definitely think we look at it with a positive mindset and just we're going to show up, do the best that we can, and really just improve throughout the day. The scoreboard, it doesn't really matter.
Well, listen, here's the last question, and I want to get these little girls on there too, because that was you guys, maybe not cheering, but you were little at one time.
We were.
Yeah, so I don't know if you know this, but Biff Wilson, our head coach, is at win 299 right now. So tomorrow, he will, if you can get a win tomorrow, he's going to get his 300th win. He won't talk about it. That's why you guys don't know.
He won't. He won't even. He didn't even tell us.
And he's giving me a hard time because I'm the one have probably followed that as much as anybody, because it's a big deal for coaches, and we don't really push ourselves or promote ourselves, but it is neat to know that's his 300th win at Wes-Del. He's got more wins than that, so it would be 300 at Wes-Del, and if you win 2, the second win, that'll tie the record. Not only will it be 300, but it'll tie the record for most wins at Wes-Del, and then 301, we're 2 victories away. Biff Wilson, our head coach, will become the new leader in volleyball at Wes-Del, passing famous Kay Saunders, whose tournament we just played in. So there you go, girls. Something
No
more
pressure.
to well, no pressure, but
We'll
something
do
to
great
play.
tomorrow.
Listen, we'll get 2 wins, right? We got at least 2 wins left in it. So if even if it's not tomorrow, we're going to get wins. We're going to do our best to do it tomorrow, though, right?
Yes. We
So
are.
there you go, girls. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
And we're proud of you. I'm proud of watching you guys. I've seen you play every game you've played in your career, just about. So proud of you and where you are. Keep leading these young girls.
Thank you.
All right. That's our 2 senior volleyball girls. That's Avery Townsend. And let me get over to the girls real quick. Sorry, I don't want to miss anybody here, but we're going to try to make sure we can get the girls. So go ahead and switch over if you can, Mr. Roman. Oh, he's got it. He's way ahead of me. So let's watch our little cheerleaders here for just a second. I did mention Hannah Kelly. I'm sorry. I didn't say Hannah Kelly. That was Hannah Kelly and Avery Townsend. Sorry, I didn't mean to miss Hannah. But I was really excited to get these young girls out here on the camera. So let's I'll stop talking and let you listen a little bit and watch our young cheerleaders.
Up next we have our first grade and second graders walking on. Let's see you, first grade and second grade. How do you walk? Let's see that cheerleader walk.
And we're back. And I'm back. About 1:36 to go before we get started in the second half. Coach, did the interview go well?
Yeah, the girls did a great job. Then we stopped it and allowed the little cheerleaders to be on camera. That's a big deal for them. And what a great cheerleading turnout for the little girls. And I thought the cheerleading coaches did a really good job of running that.
They did.
Yeah, to see how organized they came out there and all the neat
Coach
things.
Gaddis did a great job.
They
And
were doing a great job with it.
Coach Purdue. And I also want to thank Mr. Producer for having the wherewithal. Folks, if you're in the chat and you said, well, we wanted to watch the cheerleading. We had a little issue with the Kay Saunders Invitational. We didn't realize John Fogarty was still as relevant as he is. And
Yeah.
no offense to John Fogarty.
Well, he didn't realize he was that.
No, and everybody likes a little CCR, but our entire live stream of the Kay Saunders Classic was taken down on Sunday by YouTube because it had about a 30-second moment of Run Through the Jungle by Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Yeah.
Great song. I won't get into starting to ask Coach's favorite songs. I might later.
Not yet.
But it was taken down. So what we were worried about there was they were doing some dance routines, and if YouTube picks up in our live stream any of that music that we don't have the copyright for, well, then they take it down, and then
They thought we were.
it took Mr. Producer like half the week to get the thing fixed and get it back up there.
We couldn't get a hold of John Fogarty to get permission. So
Not this time.
No, not this time. So.
Creedence Clearwater Revival, not a sponsor, but should be. Well, I'll call them.
Let's see what you can do there.
Now, we haven't talked about the night yet.
You want me to mention it?
Look at that across the.
You want me to tell you what that is?
Well, you tell me.
That's the harvest moon. It's the one time a year when the moon gets between Jupiter and Saturn, makes the harvest moon. Back in the old days, they call it the harvest moon because it gave just enough light for the farmers to get out and get their crops. Back in the old days before electricity, it gave them some extra time. They could go out and work in the fields, and that's what you call a harvest moon. This is a perfect time. It's a full moon between Jupiter and Saturn tonight.
Folks, if any of you watch Family Guy, I just gave this slow Stewie head turn while he went through that entire story.
And here we go, Moffat with the kick.
Oh, he did a little squib kick there, and that's going to be picked up by, is that Owen Long?
That's Owen Long again.
Oh, Owen. You've had, he's up. That's
tough kid.
That is a tough kid. That might be the worst hit of the year so far, if I'm being honest. Yeah, give him a break.
He is. Coach Harlan's like, I remember I had a few of those.
Yeah.
It'll get better when you get older.
Owen, when you watch this over, it's tough right there, bud. That's what they call a pancake right there.
Yeah. So we're going to take over here, it looks like. Remind me, I got a couple other things I want to bring up before we're done.
I can't wait. Clock's going to run. It is the mercy rule. Here's a pitch to Trey Adams, the outside, looking for a couple blocks, and he gets some positive yards. Maybe, well, it looks like they're only going to give him one. I went out at halftime and talked to the family.
Okay.
And I guess they made the IHSA announcement before the game, and like they always do.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother-in-law made sure to let me know that she believes that is intended towards me in the live stream, and she was joking.
Or was she?
I don't know.
Well,
sure. Listen, folks, if you don't want to listen to it, just turn it down. I'm a homer. I believe everything should go Wes-Del's way, and I'm not going to change it.
Oh, it almost was.
Oh, that hole just closed.
Well,
all right.
These guys may have watched us last week.
We got an injured player.
That's Dallas Cosby.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he gets banged up, but they're helping him up now.
He's been out there quite a bit. See if he gets he's going to stay out there. In God we trust.
That's true. That looks like we're going to give him a break real quick. That's number 50 coming on there for us. That is Blake Durr. Mercury is also in retrograde. You missed that one.
Well, I didn't get that far yet.
Brittany
I wanted to
Chambers.
get back to the.
I just saw a bicycle with what looks
ET.
like an extraterrestrial.
There's a run. Pickup of about 2. That's going to bring up 4th down. Brock Nauman with the carry. Brock's gotten a few chances tonight.
He's looked good. He's been moving the feet. He's been, for a freshman, that's a tough position to come into, and I'm going to give him all the credit in the world. He's been doing it. Look at the moves right there by the strength and conditioning coach coming out.
Well, he better slow down. He'll pull something.
Well, if he's going to pull anything, it's going to be the seam in those shorts that are so tight.
Saw the coaches were going with all black look tonight.
I like it.
Yeah.
Slimming.
Johnny Cash. Here's a punt. Carter Flynn.
That's a good punt.
Right up through the moon.
I hate get there. Ooh, that was nice
nice
tackle.
tackle
That's an
there.
excellent tackle.
See who that was here when they turned.
Tackle by the Warriors.
Lucas Young, I believe.
That is Lucas Young. Excellent tackle, Lucas.
No quit. Keep still playing hard. Hustling down there to make that tackle. And the ball's going to be placed at the 46, it looks like.
It was actually left in the women's bathroom. If anybody finds a blue wallet, please bring it up to the press box.
Blue wallet in the women's
Looking for a
bathroom.
blue wallet in the women's restroom. It was left in the women's
It was
restroom.
either an announcement by Kai or it was his. I don't know.
I think it's Kai's because he's the one that made the announcement. I think it's his wallet, and it was left in the
It's a
women's.
handoff right up the middle.
That's Burke. Haven't seen him for a while. Nice job hanging on down there. I can't see who that was. I think that's Brock Nauman who got his leg. And Mr. Denny slammed the door harder than anyone.
Slammed it like he meant it.
Yeah.
Gain of 5. Second down and 5.
And the clock's moving. We're already at 8:15 because of that running clock and the mercy rule. So we are moving right along here. Only 8:30. And it doesn't stop, right? Remember, it never
Only
stops.
on timeouts.
Only, but even no matter.
Not on change of possession. No.
We
not
talk.
on
I
extra
feel like we have to
points.
talk about this all the time. Nice job standing him up right there, the Warriors. Any day now, guys. Blow the whistle.
That brings up third down. So
Third and 4.
Let's see if we can get off the field here.
I like it.
Gain of 1. Makes it third down.
Mrs. Producer Googled the flag situation, and it is both Patriot Day, and they just went ahead and bundled the Queens
Yeah.
in there too.
So I was correct.
You know, when you feel, I tell you, when you start feeling old is when you realize most of the kids in our school were not alive for 9/11.
Yeah, that's true.
Makes you feel old.
Yeah.
This is Burke, and he's got a first down, and Moore, he's still on his feet,
nice
cuts
cut.
back over.
Nice tackle there by Corbin.
I tell you what, Lucas Young was looking back at the official. I thought he felt like something happened back here because he wanted to know if there was a flag, and there wasn't.
That's a first down. They'll set the ball, and Try will take over there after that nice run from about the 25.
Coach, you and I have had personal conversations about players that have been, you know, when you look at this and you say, well, they've got all their starters in the third quarter, but you've coached, we've talked about this, and really that's not bad form. You've got to realize some of these kids might be going after school records and those types of things. They've got to keep playing. They've got,
There's a nice
as Burke
run.
just continues to pound up the middle.
Yeah, and that's maybe a late hit. I don't know if that was a flag or just a football going up in the air.
I saw that, and I wondered, but I think it might just be a football on the far side.
I think so.
That's those tri-kids, the future Titans that are working on their receiving
Yeah, I don't
skills.
see a flag. So, you know, as a coach, here's the one thing I always say. I don't want you to just move the ball around when we're playing you in basketball if you're up 30 and just not shoot because you want to keep the score close. Just keep playing.
Well, you got a game
Put some
next
younger
week.
guys in, and after this, you know, I imagine their coach will. We have to remember, like you said, it's just the third quarter.
And I believe that is a touchdown.
Yes, it is. Travis Bunch made sure he knew that he was right behind him.
Did you see that? I saw that
They
too.
whipped him down there, but
He let him know. So that's going to make it 48-0.
and we'll do the same thing. We'll play our guys for a while, and then at the end of this game, coach will give some guys we've missed one.
He missed it.
He missed one.
I was taking a drink of Dr. Pepper.
Not a sponsor, but should be.
Not a sponsor, but absolutely should be. They're maroon. I don't need to be
good
drinking.
point.
I don't need to be drinking Dr. Pepper.
Good
I was
point.
doing really good. Not as good as you.
Nope. 8
You've
years.
gone 19 years without a pop.
No, just 8.
Well, last time I knew it was higher than that. I think you're starting to go back.
I got the
other
official
direction.
count for my wife there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 8.
No one can prove it.
Well, no.
No one's with you 24 hours a day, but we'll
No.
just take your word for it.
I mean, you've seen the rest of the stuff I'm putting into my body here before the games, cookies. I mean, so why would I lie about that?
That's true. I'll give you that.
The clock should I thought the clock continued to run right here, but apparently not.
It doesn't look like it.
I wanted to mention something.
Okay, go ahead.
I mentioned it with the girls when they were up here, and they had no idea because this is what kind of coach he is. But Biff Wilson is sitting on win 299 right now. So
Really?
his next win will be 300.
Wow.
And that not
Is that,
only
is that close to
that's
his school
here.
record?
I'm sorry, that's here at Wes-Del. He has more wins than that.
Yeah,
but
because he
that's
coached at
Wes-Del.
Delta prior
Yes.
to this.
So he's in 400 something for wins. But that is at Wes-Del. That would be at 300 at Wes-Del. And not only that, the record is 300 by Kay Saunders. So
301 breaks it.
With 2 wins, Biff will be the new all-time winning.
Now that's something
coach.
to keep an eye on. Could happen this weekend.
Could happen tomorrow. We talked about that.
Is this? Oh,
I don't know if that's Owen.
I'm telling
Let's
you.
see.
I do
No,
like
that
this.
was Lucas Young.
I do like the sportsmanship. They will hit you, but they'll help you right back up. And
Lucas Young, the kickoff return for the Warriors.
So that's a big accomplishment. Really, and he won't say a word about it. In fact, he jokes that I'm keeping closer track of it. But those are neat milestones, and especially if you're going to become the all-time winningest coach here at Wes-Del, then I think that we all know how well he's done. He's won some state championships, and it looks to me like we have Carter Flynn now at quarterback.
yeah, we do. There's a little pitch out. Oh, that
It's
ball's
gotta be
loose.
incomplete.
And
Triton's
that
down here with
we might have another guy that Tony's going to have to take a look at because Trey Adams just took a shot.
Yeah, Triton's not in uniform
Second
anymore.
down and 10. Ball still at the 24.
And Trey Adams is still down. And as you saw on your screen, he took a really hard hit on that. So we're going to let him hopefully gain himself and kind of recover from this. But Trey's a tough kid. He took his helmet off on his own. That's a good sign. He's just trying to get some air. I think that's Trey.
Yeah, it's Trey. Getting a little slow to get up here.
He's getting up now, I think.
The girls' middle school volleyball team will be hosting RJ Basket this coming Tuesday night, and that match begins at 5:30.
And it's a tough thing for his teammates. I will say this: a couple things to talk about this team that a lot of people don't see. So, I come out here a lot on, obviously, to pick up Grayson and do some things at the end of practice. And when practice is over at 5:30, a lot of these guys are still here. A lot of them are working on kicking, long snapping, and linemen are running sprints on their own. The coaches aren't making them do that. And that is that says a lot about your team. That says a lot about your kids. And as he's getting up, and now there he is. You see him on your screen, folks. That's a good sign.
Yes.
He's getting water. I tell you, we have him during basketball season, Coach. He is a tough kid.
Yes,
He's
he
hard-nosed, and I could say that just about every one of these kids. And that's kind of what I was alluding to when I was talking about it. But this is a group that we've talked about for a couple times over the last few years of making some changes in the culture of our not only just our school but our athletic program. And when you see the team staying after practice to do that, and then you know who's watching that? Every night, the middle school's practicing right there, and they see that. And they see that that's a different in culture. And you know we've talked about that. Now, here's another change a lot of people don't realize. We have about 5 or 6 basketball players that are coming in. And I usually try to get here in the mornings to work out, and they're showing up on their own, Coach, at 6:30 in the morning, running on the track, shooting. And that's what changes your culture.
Right, and there's Brock Nauman with the carry. Yes, those are things that coaches we love to see because then you have guys that are believing. So when you have guys staying after practice to run and got offensive linemen out there running because they know they're going to play the whole game and they better make sure they're in shape. So let's get a little extra conditioning in. And guys coming in the morning and shooting on their own and getting in the weight room and putting in work. Then you know that guys have bought in. And like we said, the numbers might be low, but they're buying in. And Coach Knuckles, those numbers will keep going up here, and we'll continue to do that. There's a fumble.
And one is on the dirt or on the turf, and I think the attorney is saying they have it, but I feel like we recovered that one.
They haven't made a signal yet. Nope, they did.
It is Try's ball.
So a little bit of a quarterback change there. So the handoff didn't go right. You're talking about two young guys. You got Carter handing off to Brock, both freshmen, just playing against some really big boys. And one thing they want to do is get that snap and get the handoff right. And they just the ball just slipped out. So that's going to happen. We'll learn. We'll get better. But keep fighting. That's the main key here. So 2:34 here in the third quarter with the clock running.
I want to also, we picked up a second sponsor.
We did.
Star Financial Bank is our primary sponsor for the live stream, but we did pick up a secondary sponsor, and it is the Caldwell Banker team of Van Mater Reed Realty, and Jan.
She's here.
Jan Reed is here in the stands watching, and, of course, that is the grandmother of our strength conditioning coach.
Absolutely.
And then Brian, her son, which is the father of the strength conditioning coach. And that is a loud song.
That's good, yeah.
What do we got going on there?
Let's not bring up songs.
Well, I know. I feel like YouTube might get on us about that. But anyway, the Van Mater Reed Realty team is sponsoring the live stream along with our top sponsor, Star Financial. So if you're in the need for a house, go find Brian Van Mater, find Jan Van Mater Reed.
Listen, even if you don't want a house, go buy one. Buy an extra house.
Just get one. Property's hot right now.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Investments.
You never know.
Best investment you can get, real estate.
You can't go wrong with it. And if you're going to do that and you need a loan,
go to Star. Get you a loan.
Get a loan.
Buy a couple houses. Why wouldn't you?
Just
got nothing going on this weekend? Buy a house.
Absolutely.
If you're going to do that, go buy it from them.
Call that team, Van Mater Reed Realty, the best team in the business.
Here we are, back to football. I can hear you again.
My ears are bleeding.
There's 24 again.
Burke, and he plowed over 1, 2, and 3 and dives for the touchdown.
And like you said, again, there's a kid that maybe.
Why in the world wouldn't Ball State pick him up?
Listen, he's right here in your backyard. I think you
need
to. Here's the other thing I didn't tell you. He's going to be valedictorian.
Wow.
So.
Wow. Guess who wasn't?
You or me.
Exactly.
I'd have to ask Mr. Romine. He's a couple grades.
Mr. Romine's smart. He was probably close.
Yeah. He was in the top 3/4, I'm sure.
We were not. If there hadn't been an industrial tech or an art hallway, I was in trouble.
Well, I don't think you got out of that hallway.
No, I didn't.
I was stuck at PE.
Yeah.
I had one book my senior year. One.
And you never opened it.
Well, I didn't open it either, but I only had the whole senior year. I had one book.
That's impossible.
Yeah, I only had one. I mean, I had.
You went to school in '75.
No, I didn't.
Close.
I graduated in '88. Thank you very much.
Well, there wasn't a computer then.
I know. That's what I'm telling you. I didn't.
Well, I mean, there was
I
a
wasn't
computer,
taking high academic classes. They didn't use the classes.
There's no way.
I had typing.
You had to have government.
Typing on a typewriter. That served me well now.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I did have government. That was it. That was the book. I had.
You didn't
English
take English?
I had English comp, so we didn't have. We just had a what do you call them? A composition notebook. We just wrote.
Was yours ever filled?
Well, it was. I don't know if it was anything any good, but I didn't have back then. You only had to have 2 years of math.
Yeah, I only had 2 years of math. That probably makes people feel good knowing I run the school corporation. But
one of them was government.
But thankfully, I got to Algebra 2, but I took business.
Geometry.
I had to take several different finance and business classes in college.
There's Lucas Young with the carry again. And,
That's a good carry. Oh, got him from behind. Yeah.
28 still to go here in this third quarter.
Yeah, it's just running. That clock's running. And like I said, we're not even 8:45 yet. This thing is moving. Folks, if you haven't gone outside.
Go see the harvest moon.
In between quarters, go outside and take a look at that moon.
Beautiful. You might just want to go outside, get your phone, turn
just
us on.
Watch the game.
Watch the game from outside.
Under the harvest moon.
Under the harvest moon.
Isn't that an album by
Kansas?
Van Morrison?
I don't know. Sounds like it should be.
Or is that a song by?
Yeah, could be.
I'm going to search it. No, Harvest Moon is Neil Young.
Yeah, Harvest Moon or Kasha Gugu. One of those. Oh, that was too shy. Sorry. We better stop mentioning songs on here. We're gonna get banned.
No, I don't think they get mad at you if you mention them. It's just if you play them.
Delay game there on Wes-Del. That'll take us back five yards.
Yeah, Harvest Moon is Neil
Young.
Neil Young.
Not
Heart of Gold.
Not a huge fan.
Heart of Gold was on that album. You're not a folk guy. You don't like folk music.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you did.
Well, no, I'm just saying you don't.
No, not really. Yacht rock, yes, but not.
You don't come across as like a Bob Dylan type. That's the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, it is.
And thankfully, we are at the end of the third quarter because we're talking about Bob Dylan and Neil Young here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with you here shortly on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And we're back. Hey, Coach, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Why don't you introduce the cheerleaders?
I would be happy to do that, and they did a great job of leading those young girls. I was in a meeting yesterday before I do this, and they were helping these young girls. Boy, they had their hands full because there's a lot of them.
Yeah, it was cheerleading night tonight,
Yes,
if you didn't know.
Riley Lozatter, Mary Kate Dunnick, Delaney Huffman, Tori Clark, Mackenzie Whitehead, Hayden Browning, Lena Bertram, Felicity Pippin, Ava Whitmire, Gracie Drake, and Bailey Combs. Coaches Tori Purdue and Tiffany Gaddis.
They do an excellent job, and
yeah,
I really
nice uniforms. I
I always like those uniforms.
Yeah,
I think they look classy. Here we go. Second and 15, balls on the 29. We're going to start the fourth quarter. Running clock. That's Brock Nauman with it. Boy, I like how he just put his head down.
And the guys on the white team just got a lot smaller.
Yeah, I do see that, Coach. I think we are seeing a different. Those numbers are in. Those uniforms are very clean.
Clean and a lot smaller guys. And, and there comes
They take Wilson. That was one of the last guys
Wilson,
there.
Yeah.
Quarterback is off. They're going to slowly pull each one of these guys off because I still see 40 out there.
Yeah, and it may be something where it's a positional thing that we don't understand or what they're working on, or maybe they have somebody in that
line
spot
is a lot smaller.
Yes, it is.
Ooh, but they got through on that one. That was number 42 coming in on the tackle, and that was Cameron Boone.
I don't know who carried that for us. Is that Brock?
I thought it was Jacob Grant, number 12.
Might have been.
But I've been wrong before, but I'm going to give it to Jacob. If it's not, I apologize. So next week we have to be back on the road, right?
Yeah, we're at Shenandoah next week. And then I believe we're back home.
Yeah.
Homecoming, right?
Homecoming week. That is high.
It's a nice high punt.
Nice bounce.
Oh, don't touch it.
Ooh.
It came backwards.
Yeah, it came back on us just in hair there. You dressing up for Halloween?
Probably. Usually.
Yeah, I know you're big into that.
Yeah.
Ball down at the 42.
You got any ideas?
I don't know. If I do, I won't surprise you. So
yeah.
Maybe we'll come up to booth dressed up.
You're scary. You're always scary at Halloween time.
I never know if I like to go like scary or sometimes I go like the other way. Just go, I don't know, sexy or something like that.
Well. That Harvest Moon looks great.
I don't know which way.
Yeah. Oh, nice tackle.
Nice
And that's a great segue into a great tackle.
That's Thornburg.
Yep, Thornburg. And also in on that one was number 4 for us. That's John Justin.
That's number 7 for them, Jonah Cox. Let's mention some of their freshmen. Mention some of their guys, too. They're getting some playing time.
Did you see that shooting star?
I didn't. No.
Yeah, I just saw one.
Second down.
I tell you what, there's a lot happening in the atmosphere
There is
today.
a Earth, Wind, and Fire song for you. No matter who you are.
Didn't
There's 42 with the carry.
Bad Company sing Shooting Star too?
Yeah, I think they did, yeah.
Cameron Boone.
Folks,
Cameron
we are
Boone. Back in the 70s, everybody was singing about Shooting Stars.
Folks, we were just a jukebox up here. Get you a table at Pizza King. Get a couple quarters in the Pac-Man, and let us roll some tunes for you.
8:48 to go here.
Gain of about 7 on the play.
And it's going to be third and about 3, long 3.
Are you a? Hang on, I want to see what happens here with 3.
And he's going to get the first down.
He did get that first down.
Tripped up there. I don't know who it was, but that's DeWitt. He's a freshman also.
Are you a Pac-Man guy or a?
Yeah, I like Pac-Man. I liked them all back
Oh.
then. I don't play any games now, but
No, but I mean, what about
First down on
Donkey
the play.
Kong, Pac-Man,
what about Frogger?
like Frogger, Centipede.
Ball placed at the 42
Centipede was
yard
never
line.
my.
No,
What am I
Defender.
go to?
I'll tell you, my favorite one of all of them was Dig Dug.
Oh, I love Dig Dug. You know, you can literally buy them now on like a
Yeah, that's what I heard.
cartridge. There used to be a.
There's that
Hang
misdirection
on there.
handoff.
Hang on there. They did.
Who comes up off there? That looks like Dalton,
Yeah, he's made a lot of tackles tonight.
Branson Dalton. Yeah, I
You know,
heard-
they used to get Sultan's Castle used to be packed with games. Now you can put them on a small little
yeah, on your
device.
phone.
Yeah, exactly. That's no fun.
No, it was more fun when you had to have a roll of quarters. You had to limp, so because your quarters were weighted
Quarters were
down so
weighted
hard.
down.
6 on the play. Second down and 4.
Could barely fit them in your Guess jeans.
Well, we wore jeans pretty tight back then too.
Yeah. Did you peg your jeans? Was that
For
was
about
that
6 months.
6? Was it? Oh, that's a
There's
nice cut up there.
That's a
He
nice
got a
cut,
first
Nice
down.
tackle too.
Yeah, it was a nice tackle.
That Young on the tackle.
Yeah, I think
no,
so.
that's Johnny Justin on the tackle there.
But I think pegging jeans came a little after '88, didn't it?
Yeah, I was in college, and so it was. Listen, at one point there's a picture of me somewhere. I think in a
You had a-
college,
I bet
college
you-
picture, I had a cardigan
And a
with
mock turtle.
matching colored peach cardigan with a matching peach mock turtleneck and my basketball gold necklace on the outside.
And
of
you
my,
thought you were going to conquer the world,
yeah.
and you were not
Somebody should have
conquering
taken
anything.
that picture, and I told me better.
You were not conquering
There's a
anything.
handoff to number 3.
That's a nice tackle right there by number 14, I
That's
think.
DeWitt again for the carry, and that would be Skinner.
Mason Skinner with a nice tackle. You know, Coach,
Yeah.
I'm glad you went away from peach because I don't want to see you in anything peach colored now.
Listen, I was a college athlete back then, and it didn't look good.
You also had, is that when you had the Steve Alford part?
No, I switched over to the side part. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
going real short, so it was almost like a Bobby Brown half fade.
I'm sure you worked that well.
Every little step.
Handoff to 42, and he's rumbling, stumbling. I think he's just short of the first down.
42 for them is Boone. He's a sophomore. He's a big kid, too. He's over 200.
No relation to Daniel.
Well, it could be.
Yeah. I missed that cardigan mock turtleneck era.
Yeah, you did.
I was,
Well, you got them. You got all the cardigans and all the long shirts and all that stuff.
was-
They were just grunge
that
by
was
then.
in the grunge, yeah.
Yeah, so you were buying them
I
after.
cut a hole and stuck my thumb through it.
Yeah,
in
you
the
were buying
sleeve.
them out of the thrift store.
Yeah,
because
I probably bought your peach cardigan. I had
No.
one that we called Werther's Original because it was the same color as the Werther's Original.
There's a handoff. Nice tackle. Oh, a fumble.
I don't know, but
They came up with it. Oh, no, we did. We came up with it. I think Blake Durr may have
Yeah.
covered that up.
well, I will say, you know, we timed that pretty well, and a couple of our linebackers shot through there hard.
I'm pretty sure that was Blake Durr with the recovery.
And here's what I want to tell you.
We're still playing hard.
Well, not only that, but when you go grade level, we're probably playing our grade level right now.
That's true.
These
That's
are probably freshmen and sophomore playing freshman and sophomore.
true. Blake's going to go back in,
Nice job by Blake Durr to get on that one.
run the offense out there.
But what you're seeing here, folks, is more probably an accurate representation of the true grade levels and sizes. So you're probably actually seeing their freshmen and sophomores against ours. So
Right.
they're going to take a
Somebody's going
timeout.
to call a timeout.
They're going to have to take a timeout. They don't have enough guys on the field.
A couple people didn't realize, hey, we're playing, and you know what? You want to talk about good officiating?
They let them do it.
He just reset.
Wish
the play
we would have
clock.
had these guys last week.
He reset the play clock and said, we're not going to call a penalty there. We're going to let these young guys play, and we're not calling a penalty. Just reset that clock, because we ran a couple guys out there late. We got them out there in time, and it would have been a penalty on them. But listen, why? Some young kid just didn't know he was supposed to be out there because he's not used to playing yet. So.
Yeah. You know, for our boys right here, I know the clock's running. It's hard to get that far down. I'd just love to see us run one off here and try to get a score.
I think Yorktown Delta is playing tonight, isn't it?
No gain on the play. Second down and 10.
I'll be honest with you, I don't get concerned with the team to the east, nor do I get concerned with the school to the south.
I don't either, but I think it's.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Well, he was
Tackle,
tackled,
but who
and
was
they
that
didn't
for
blow
us?
the whistle.
That was Mason Davis with the carry.
Yeah.
Old Mason.
Well, so that's the other thing I like about Coach Knuckles is it's not like he just leaves our main runners in either. He comes
Right.
in here and brings our younger guys in when he sees it's like this, as he should.
Right. Well, we don't have any JV games, so
No.
these guys got to get some playing time.
He gets them all in there. He knows these are the guys he's rolling with for the next 3 years, so he's got to get them reps. Under 3 minutes to go now. And that's a good run
That's
right
Owen
there.
Long.
That's a good run there by Owen Long.
Owen's a lot happier running against freshmen and sophomores right now.
Well, I feel like I'm going to go down and give Owen a hug, and I don't hug, but if he had the hit of the night and he
Yeah.
didn't give it,
He received
he
it.
received it.
Yeah. Jumped up, though.
He got right up, but I want to just tell him, listen, we saw it on the TV and everybody at home saw it and they feel for you because
So we're going to go for it here, fourth and about 5.
I think we're going to convert. Let's get a block. Let's get behind one of those blocks.
There's a handoff.
Oh, they
and
got him in the backfield. Somebody missed one.
Somebody missed a block there.
The Yorktown Tigers lead Delta, so if I'm doing it correctly, the team from the south leads the team to our east
21-14.
21-14.
That's what I thought.
And if you're the superintendent at Wes-Del,
You don't care.
you don't care.
1:53 to go, running clock here. Let's see what Tri decides to do. This is one where they could take a knee, but if I'm Coach Knuckles, I'm like, just go ahead and play. Let's just let these guys play.
Get some reps in. Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see what the update will be on Triton Blevins. He's down there in no pads now, and he has his letter jacket on, so I don't know exactly what the injury is there. But I'm sure over the week he'll get looked at by Tony Cox, and we'll get
He'll
things
take
figured
care
out.
of him, yeah.
Got a timeout here, Coach. A minute 19 left. We can get a lot of the talking in here, so we don't have a lot of post game since we're getting close to the end. Not a whole lot really that we would change. A lot of you stick with us and watch us throughout the season, and there's not a whole lot we would change to tell you. It's a young team, and they're working through and they're learning a lot of things. Tonight we saw one of the best offensive plays of the season where we ran off a good number of yardage. I'd say that was all in all, before we threw the interception at the end of that play, we probably ran off about 53 yards on that offensive possession. Yeah. And there was a lot of promise in there. We saw some new wrinkles offensively from Houdini Hansen.
Yeah.
And I really think things are going in the right direction. And we're not going to belabor the fact that we know we're young. We know we've got some things to work on. But the work is there. The progress is there. And it's exciting right now to hear not only about the high school, but the 5th and 6th grade and the middle school, because right there's your feeder program, and things are going well there. So, Warrior fans, you got a lot to look forward to. So,
well, we've said it before, just stay positive, and if you have a son that plays, just tell them you're proud of them. That's the best thing we can do, is when we see these guys, they're giving it everything they have, and I've not seen any heads down. I've not seen any slumping shoulders. We're just playing football.
I'm going to say it. This is going to be a team to deal with here in the next 2 to 3 years at Wes-Del. You just mark my words. This is going to be a team that's going to contend and win some games for us, and we're going to like what we see here.
Go have one more play here, I would imagine, and then this will probably be it.
Coach, give me some, in this last minute, your synopsis. I know we've talked a little bit about it, but.
I continue to tell you how proud I am of not only our players, but our coaching staff and our kids that are coming out and supporting them, and they're, you know, had a great crowd tonight and a great student section, and it's just what we need when you're struggling. You don't need people to tell you you're struggling. You already know that. That probably will take us, and that's going to be the last play of the game.
That will be.
Coach will line them up here, I'm sure. They do pick up the first down.
Well, I'll tell you this much.
They may run one more.
Great crowd tonight, great support. Student section's still out there. And, you know, one thing I always like to say about the student section is for years the tradition is they make it tunnel after the game, and they let both the visiting team and they clap and they give high fives to the visiting team, and then they wait for our boys until they're completely off the field. And we want to give a shout-out to just that type of atmosphere, that type of student section and the support that we have here.
And there's their last play. They just let their JV run one more play. And that's it. That's exactly what we wanted to talk about. It's not the result you want, but I'll be honest with you, I saw some good things tonight, and I see us getting better. Our punting game was a lot better. I just thought our overall demeanor and the way we carried ourselves and our response to adversity, and you know, it was nice to see a new Travis Bunch out there, and it was nice to see some guys coaching up each other and, you know, shaking hands and helping each other up. And on the other side of that, a tri-team who coaches realized they've been there before, and what I thought was neat was how they were very respectful and carried themselves the right way and well coached. But, you know, it's two teams that are, you know, one's where they are right now because they're young, and the other one's where they are because they did the right thing and had good coaching and had a bunch of guys buy in, and that's all we need. We just need that to happen for us, and we will. We'll get our numbers up. We'll get our coaches to continue coaching them, and all this experience playing against these good teams and all this experience will help. It'll pay off. We'll help our kids the way we can by helping with the schedule next year, and we'll move to do the right thing for our kids. But in the meantime, let's tell them how proud we are of them.
That's a great synopsis right there from Coach McLaughlin. You've got some opportunities this weekend to see some Warriors in action. I know you're going to be on the road at Noblesville if you want to travel down there to watch the volleyball. Next week we'll be on the road at Shenandoah for football. There's some things. Do you have any volleyball games next week?
There's a one, and I can't remember where it's at, but it's on the road, so we'll be away.
But no live streams during the week.
No live streams.
We're on the road a lot next week.
So next time people can catch us, we'll be right here.
So you'll see us next time at Shenandoah. It'll be just Coach and I. Unfortunately, we won't have this great production crew. You can see over my shoulder, we have Mr. Romine behind us back there in the screen.
Great job as always.
He does a great job. Want to give a shout out to Mr. Romine, Mr. Producer. We also want to give a shout out to our students who ran the cameras for us and gave you your multiple views. So it's quite a setup we have here. In fact, I'd like to just give a quick shout to the Wes-Del Sports Network. It's a student run, and Mr. Romine does it. We were actually contacted by the IHSA and just given a verbal over the phone, hey, you guys are doing a great job. We use your channel as a model for many of our other schools that are starting live streaming. I know. I don't think it has anything to do with us.
Oh, okay.
It has nothing to do with us.
Okay.
It has everything to do with all of the producing side of things.
That's absolutely right.
Heath Shanahan at the IHSA said, you know, it would probably go to the next level. Would they find it better if they just mute it? So
I thought you were going to say we got a verbal warning.
Yeah.
Not a verbal.
I get a verbal warning. But by the way, tonight I was probably on my best behavior.
It was a good crew tonight.
It was a great crew. And I honestly believe they did a great job tonight. So anyway, have a great weekend. Enjoy your time with your family. Enjoy whatever you're going to do this weekend. And as always, continue to support your Warriors. We'll see you next week at Shenandoah. We'll probably be on the air between 6:30 and 6:45. Tune in and make sure you tell your friends. And we'll see you next week from Shenandoah. For the coach, I'm the Soup. That's all from the Wes-Del Sports Network.